Hey, it's Brian, and you're watching Carolina Outdoorsman. And you know what time it is. It's actually time to rig up some crab traps. So I got some new ring traps in the mail today, and I'm going to show you how I rigged them up. I have made some changes since the last video that I made on how to rig up ring traps, so I'm going to share that with you today. So these are wire mesh ring traps. You can see that the meshing is made from bent wire. It also comes with these strings and this metal ring. I don't like these strings because they're really cheap, but I will utilize this ring to reinforce this center ring here because that's pretty weak. So all we're going to do is pry that open. And then we're just going to feed it through the rings in the trap. And now you can see we've got that interlaced inside of the meshing. Next I've got some bank line, and I've got 4 3-foot sections. These are going to be the basket lines. This is one of the pieces that I've modified what I do now. If you remember from the other video, I would make a uni-knot here around the outer ring. What I found is that as these get older, it tends to bend this ring because that's pulling on it every time I lift the trap out of the water. Now if you twist this around, what it does is it eliminates the memory that the line has, so it'll bend easier. What I do now is I take about 3 or 4 inches of this line, and I'm going to create a modified loop. So all we're going to do is loop this back similar to the uni knot, but instead of doing it on itself, we're doing it around the outer ring. We just want to bring that around 3 or 4 times. Then we're going to fold back the main line and make a loop. And we're going to just pull this side tight. That's pulling this edge tight. And then we're going to pull this tight, making sure that the tag end is through the loop. And now you can see we've got a lot more contact now with this outside ring. Instead of having just one piece of line around it, there's about 9. So we're going to do the same thing 3 more times. I like to have 4 lines on each trap. Some people just do 3. That's my personal preference. So whatever you feel comfortable with. And there we go. You can tie off that end or melt it. I'll probably melt it later. So now that we've got all the lines on, we're going to take a piece of pool noodle and use that as our float. You can use a wine cork or a piece of balsa wood, really whatever you have available. First, we're going to find out at what point all the lines are the same length. And then we're just going to put an overhand knot to keep those secured. And then we're going to cut a hole and feed our line through that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some weight to keep the trap down, especially when you're crabbing in an area that has a strong current. I like to use the 4-ounce pyramid weight, and all we're going to do is we're going to secure this to the center of the trap. I just use zip ties. You can use bank line, you can use whatever you have available. So all we're going to do is put the zip tie around this ring that we put in. We're going to feed it through the loop in the pyramid weight. And then we're just going to pull that tight. And then on the other side of the weight, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to feed this around the center loop. And all we're going to do is secure the tip of the pyramid weight. And that's going to keep the pyramid weight secured. It won't be bouncing around whenever you throw it. Finally, we're going to secure our trap lines to our return line. And all we're going to do is we're going to put a loop here. And then once we have that secured on, we just tuck that in there. And there's our ring trap ready to go.
So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an upload. We release new content every Saturday morning and Wednesday evening, so stay tuned for more. If you want to keep the fun going, check out another video from our channel or dive into our curated playlist right here.
The best way to support the channel, head on over to our merch shop, or you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/CarolinaOutdoorsman. Links are in the description below.
See you in the next one and have a great day.